What I'm talking about here is some of the, I guess, realizations that I've made regarding my bank pool at Derby City this past weekend, where I just didn't do very well. And I think I said in one of my recaps, yeah, I'm going to think about it, see if I can kind of figure out why. You know, what do I need to work on, that type of thing. I do this kind of shit all the time. I was really quite surprised that I absolutely could not get my offense going until it was too late. And the more and more I was thinking about it, I think it just had a lot to do with the fact that because the table was playing, all those tables always play really, really fast. And so I wasn't, like right now, like on this 4, I can get set up on this 4, and I'm confident that I can make this 4. But in there, I wasn't confident. So while, you know, my stance may have been solid and everything, my brain was kind of wimpy. It wasn't solid. I wasn't as confident as I guess I'm used to being, and that caused me to end up not having as solid a performance physically. That's just kind of, you know, my theory on what the deal is. I notice every year when I go to Derby City that the tables play ungodly fast. The only time this table even comes close is like the day it gets recovered. Sometimes it's as fast as Derby for a few hours, but usually not even then. I'll run a heater under the table. I keep the table pretty clean. I keep the balls nice and polished. I have a dehumidifier, which it doesn't have to run in the wintertime usually, but I keep the humidity low. I do everything I can to try to get this table to play really, really fast. I mean, it's the same cloth that they use at Derby City. It's Simonis 860. It's the 860 HR, if anybody really cares about that. But this year, especially, I didn't adjust to the faster tables as quickly as I should, and as quickly as I guess I do a lot of other years. And yeah, it could be any number of reasons, no telling. But I got to thinking about what the hell, what am I supposed to do about it? I can't make this table any faster than it is, really. I guess I could put billiard cloth put on it, or I could take the cloth off completely, and then maybe it'd be pretty fast. But then you have enough other differences that it wouldn't be worthwhile. And I was kidding about taking the cloth completely off, by the way. But I've seriously thought about having some on the 760, which is the billiard cloth, put on the Sky to make it faster. I've seriously considered that. I've considered it again after this weekend. Yeah, I didn't know I knew that shot, did you? I didn't either. But I'm thinking, okay, how do I, barring changing the cloth, there's not really a lot that I can do to practice playing on equipment that fast. And that kind of sucks. And the other thing that sucks about it is that, like especially in one pocket, there's an awful lot of slow stuff. And I lose accuracy when I hit balls slowly, and I've known this forever. And one of the reasons that I tend to shoot harder, even not talking about playing bank pool. I'm talking about if I'm going to shoot this 10 down the rail, I tend to shoot it at more than pocket speed. The thing about those tables in there, though, is, well, what's a good way to word this? No, let's see here. There it is. So, the same girlfriend that made me the caveman maybe this guy, a little homemade little stimp meter thing for doing this. Kitty, you are not allowed on the table. So, this table, this particular period of time, it'll go down and back up. I guarantee at Derby City, it's going to go all the way to that rail and then all the way back to this rail. Guaranteed. And so many shots. Now, if I wanted to straight back this 13 to here, the guys that are doing really well in the bank pool tournament this year are hitting this ball at such a slow speed that even at this distance, it's just barely making it. Now in there at Derby City, that ball is going to come all the way up. It's going to keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, and probably go in the pocket. It looks like I hit it pretty well. I can't practice hitting a ball that slowly and expect any kind of results. Obviously I can hit the ball slow, but it didn't go in, whereas there it would have. And, you know, better players adjust to differing conditions more quickly and more easily than people like me. And I really would like to be able to practice pocket speed like on this 13, but under conditions that would be more like the ones at Derby City. Well, at Derby City, that ball would have probably been hit too hard. It was going to go in, but I didn't need to hit it that hard. I didn't. And I noticed this way more this year than I have in the past. I don't know why I noticed it more than I have in the past, but I absolutely did. There were shots that, this is going to be an exaggeration, they were hit at like that speed, seemed like, and it's going to go across corner. It's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And I have serious issues hitting balls accurately that slowly. This is something I have to work on, and I will work on it for this year. I'll work on hitting balls much more slowly. Got to start worrying about table roll off and things like that at that point. But it's just me in my basement. I can practice getting some accuracy on hitting balls like that. I can only go so far though. I can't make this table play as fast as the ones at that tournament. All I can do is try as best I can, get as close as I can, and hope. I don't know what I'm hoping. Hope that what little progress I make helps me in being able to adjust in real life, or at the tournament next year. That's about how a lot of those banks were falling in there. We're talking like late game stuff when there's only like one ball and they both need one, and so they're both kind of playing a bunch of two-way shots and trying to hang balls. I hit that ball about twice as hard as it needed to be hit at the tournament. See, on this table, it just barely plopped in. But in there, it probably would have hit the back of the pocket. I don't know. The tables were just unbelievably fast. And that's just the way it was. And one of my big things I say every time I play, especially if I don't play particularly well, is, Dave, you didn't adjust the equipment. Yeah, this time it's right. I think that was my biggest issue in bank pool, was I wasn't adjusting to the equipment, and I knew it. So I didn't have the confidence to shoot that I normally have. I normally am probably a fair amount overconfident. But my first two matches of bank pool this weekend, I wasn't. I was basically trying to act like I'm confident, and physically everything was solid and I think pretty sound. But mentally I was still having all of these doubts. Is the ball even going to go in? Or is the new cloth and the polished balls and everything going to make it something different happen than what I'm expecting. And then once I miss the shot, is the speed of the table going to cause something to come around and sell out, for example? Things like that. So there were all these, doubts, concerns, whatever going on in my head, and yeah, no wonder. It's a wonder I haven't stunk up the place every year that I've gone in there, because I've had the same issue every year. It's just some years I seem to get over it more quickly. Having said all that crap, in the one pocket I played really well. I played above my average game in one pocket, and a lot of it was slow stuff. That table was unbelievably level, which helped. I often have concerns about shooting shots super soft because I'm afraid they're going to roll off. I hit that ball so damn hard. That was like break speed compared to what I needed to do on this tournament table last night. But the balls that go in, that when I miss hit, it did not roll off. I played really well. I'm very happy with my one pocket performance. Very happy with it. It was the banks that I'm less than happy with. And we'll just keep at it. I guess that's one good thing, is that tournament, that was a scratch. But then here, this table was slow enough that it wasn't a scratch. Where's my road? So, one thing that I forgot to say. Yeah, I think I forgot to say it. I just got done taping a thing of my cues that I bought. I met a couple more YouTube guys today. So, you guys, nice to meet y'all. Thanks for tuning in and all that fun stuff. And I guess that's it. I also said I'm not going to buy any more cues this week. That's not my plan. But I am still going on there and practicing against some other people. And that's always fun. That's always half the fun of Derby City for me, is going down there and getting to play different people than essentially the one or two guys that I play all the time here in my own area. So I will talk to you guys later. And I forgot to summarize. The whole summary of this whole thing here was that the tables at this tournament are really, really, really fast. I cannot make this table play as fast as the tables at that tournament. So while I can work on shooting at softer speeds, it's not the same. Because in there, shoot at a really soft speed, the ball can still go in if I hit it accurately. In here, if I shoot at the same really soft speed, the ball is only going to get halfway to the pocket. And it's kind of hard to get any kind of meaningful practice when you never get to make anything and see if it goes in. Anyway, that's the problem, and I'm working on it. Thanks, guys.